Hello everyone. I'd like to share with you all some horrible news that has only just recently occurred, and it may seem meaningless, but that is far from the truth. It's quite the opposite of what I would call meaningless. A few days ago, I was traveling to an ancient city in order to get this very Swift Sneak 3 book. On the way home from doing so, I pondered to myself and I thought, I have plentiful amounts of spruce wood, of birch wood, of oak wood, but I don't have any dark oak wood. And dark oak is something that I really enjoy building with in all of my Minecraft worlds. It's a wonderful, nice, clean wood type. I love the trapdoors, especially. They look like little chocolate bars. And well, I was coming from this direction, just over this hill here, as my ponders of dark oak were occurring. I met a splendid man. He stood right here, and you'll never believe what he sold me. He sold me 8 wonderful, mint condition, splendid, dark oak saplings, along with some beautiful white tulips, open eye blossoms, and a bucket of pufferfish. That man's name was Ettan. Ettan traveled to me alongside 2 companions named Abel and Vida, and my goodness, they were inseparable. The moment I met Ettan, I ran to my village, which is just over the mountain, grabbed as much emeralds as I could carry, and came back to Ettan. That's when he sold me his wonderful goods. Now, I'm sure you're putting the pieces together and realizing that Ettan is what's known as a wandering trader. And what I think is so special about wandering traders is that any sane player will see a wandering trader. You know, they'll interact with this wandering trader. Oh wow. Rain always seems to strike at the perfect moments. As I was saying, they will interact with the wandering trader. Chances are, the wandering trader doesn't offer anything of value to the player, and the player will kill said wandering trader for, of course, its leads, which it uses to carry its 2 beloved llamas throughout the world. This also quite accurately describes my encounters with wandering traders, in that I very quickly check what they have to offer before, in most cases, killing them and their animals. But you see, Ettan was different. I knew deep down within my heart that it was no mere coincidence that Ettan offered me those dark oak saplings. Ettan knew. Ettan understood. And Ettan complied. I had a thought after purchasing these dark oak saplings, and I said to Ettan, you know what? Rather than killing you for your leads, I'm going to let you live until you despawn. And as I walked away, I realized something. Why should I let this man and his animals die alone? And so, I was in my own home, and I ran back to Ettan. And I asked him his name, He, of course, told me it was Ettan, and he introduced me to his two wonderful llamas, Abel and Vida. And I invited Tan to come live with me. Now, at first, Ettan was a little reluctant, but he eventually came to learn that I had no malicious intent. And I briefly built Ettan and his llamas a nice, lovely pen where they would stay until I could build them their own home. I gave them their name tags for each of their names, Ettan, Abel, and Vida. And I realized something I had recently learned. And that's that wandering traders, such as Ettan, no matter what, will despawn after 5 minutes. And that's when it hit me that, well, I'd met Ettan about 3 minutes ago. And so what overcame me was a rush of sadness, of confusion. I questioned this cruel, cruel universe. Why, Notch? Why? Why do this to me? Why take away these wonderful souls from this world? And I decided to spend with Ettan the rest of his days in the pen. And that Abel and Vida would go on to live wonderful lives in memory of their friend Ettan. And then something horrible happened. Abel and Vida despawned. And what I've realized is that I think they despawned because I did not tame them. I simply put name tags on them, called it a day, with no worry in the world. Ettan was left alone, having seen his two companions vanish. Ettan did not survive much longer. I feel silly, foolish. I should have never grown attached to Ettan. It harmed me more than it would have just letting him go. But despite that, those 5 minutes with Ettan were the most enjoyable 5 minutes I've ever spent on Minecraft. Not only because I had fun with Ettan and his wonderful llamas, but because I learned something. I learned that wandering traders have feelings too. On screen will be some images of Ettan, Vida, and Abel in their final moments. And I want you to think and consider the next time you come across a wandering trader, remember they have feelings. Why be cruel? Why be harmful? Show mercy. They came into this world excited and motivated to sell you their goods, which they've worked so hard to collect. And please remember that wandering traders have feelings too. Goodbye.